Hey guys, coming at you with an update on MultiNetwork, commonly known as MultiMatic when they first launched, but now they're MultiNetwork because they got into cross-chain. They, did a lot of different things. So it's just not just Matic staking anymore. Anyway, this is one I've been kind of following pretty closely because it's just a very interesting concept. Instead of those rates like on Matic Stake or Matic FOMO that keep going up, they stuck with just consistent rates, and they didn't have any daily withdrawals that, kind of put down pressure on that balance throughout the first, few weeks. And then they also created this snooze button thing down here. So if you jump into one of the three plans, they've got three plans here. At the end of the lock plan, once it expired, you can either withdraw that, it goes into available to withdraw, or you hit snooze on it and it would basically put your deposit back down in here and start gaining. It would gain, keep gaining from what you were earning before. So it like extends your lock period, and you can choose between 1 and 7 days, and you can keep doing it over and over and over again. So that's what that is. And the interesting thing about this is this contract balance. We actually just went past the 14 days yesterday. So now we're like 15 days in, and a lot of these, once those first ones unlock, they start dropping the balance. This balance actually went up slightly since yesterday, like almost 60,000. So that's very interesting to see because, on our traditional ROI dApps, usually that's just kind of the beginning of the decline. But people have actually been using that snooze function. So that's just very interesting to see. I think it, gives people flexibility of when they want to get out. It's like, yes, you have your lock time, but then you've got the option after that to just keep it going. With that, so that's interesting to see that balance just keeps creeping up even though those things are unlocked. The second good news is these guys like crank stuff out. I mean, they're in this for the long haul. I'm not sure how long this will be sustainable because I'm not positive. It really depends on, a factor of very different things. But, these guys released after they did Matic staking, they came out with lottery, and they did multi-chain staking across AVAX and Phantom. And now today they released not really details, but they're actually releasing a new token just a little over a day away. And this is pretty interesting stuff. I mean, we saw with Matic Staker, kind of the original that kind of dangled this carrot in front of people saying, hey, we're going to release a token, we're going to do it 6 weeks from now. All you have to do is be locked in these plans. And people did it, and they assumed that it would last 6 weeks. But as soon as that balance started dropping, kind of the writing was on the wall. We saw exactly what was going to happen. That basically wasn't going to last until that airdrop. So with that, it's ironic that it was named Tricks because, I don't know if it was actually ever going to happen. I know they put up a little site about it and stuff like that, but I'm not sure it's ever going to go anywhere. And, there's so many of these just kind of, these ones that are just kind of building these ROI dApps and just reusing them over and over and over. We just saw it with Matic FOMO. They just released a version 2, which is basically the exact same thing. They just removed that force withdraw. It might extend it an extra day or so. And then Matic Fury just died earlier today, and within hours they had a version 2 up that they didn't even audit. And I'll talk about those things in another video later today. But these guys, they just keep cranking stuff out, and they're like delivering. I mean, this is a day away. They're going to have a new token, while their ROI DAP is still, the balance appears to still be growing. That's very good. I'm not saying you need to jump in on this or anything. You can make your own decisions. I'm just giving you the information that's happening. Ultramatic or uMATIC that they're launching is kind of, it's looking to be kind of the new generation of drip. You're not going to earn, you're not going to earn 20% or whatever per day on something like this. This is more of a long-term thing. Let's go ahead and connect and see if we can get some details on it. Yeah, so it's got a little bit more detail here. Right now it says 10% daily earnings. You're not going to earn that forever. 1, 2, maybe 3%. It's going to be variable. But I would look between 1 and 2% a day, which is fantastic for something that could be long term. So with this, like I said, that it's looking to give you passive income. The way this thing works is it's going to be like a taxation on staking and unstaking. So it's kind of like an automated staking, unstaking return mechanism. It's kind of a mix between Drip and Titano. So it's just very interesting. And then taxation, it pays for token buybacks and burns. Just some interesting tokenomics behind this. The other thing about this is, they're not done. They're like, hey, let's launch a token after the ROI DAP because we want to launch more stuff on top of the token. Get into NFTs. There's just so much they could do with their own token. So be on the lookout for that. And after seeing all this stuff being built, I'm gaining more confidence in them that they're going to deliver on that, because they're just building this stuff and kind of delivering on their promises. I know that they're talking about, they got a link. There'll be a roadmap that they'll be releasing soon. And then also about this, they're going to do an airdrop of the uMATIC token. And the first round is a little more than 4 days away. It'll be allocated to the winning ticket holders of the MultiNetwork library. Obviously the lottery helps the pool in MultiNetwork. But also if you're a winner in that lottery, there's up to 11 winners per 100 tickets. You would actually be allocated this uMATIC upon launch. So, and also those, it's a pretty generous allocation. These will be awarded to the grand prize winners, and this will be for the small prize winners. So, just an interesting thing. I kind of understand why they do this instead of just the staked ones, because they don't want to just hand this stuff out like candy, because then that becomes very deflationary. So I can understand why they do that. Limit how much of this token is minted, especially at the beginning. You have to be careful with that. And I guess with that, the emissions on this thing are probably going to end after about a year, and after then it will become deflationary. So that's very helpful. So anyway, that is Ultramatic. I'll leave links here to the lottery as well. So I did a video on the lottery, how it works, the code behind it. So MultiNetwork, it's these guys are just killing things. I mean, they just keep rolling stuff out. I'm not saying MultiNetwork's going to last forever. It's still pretty early to tell what's going to happen in the next 2 weeks about this. But even if the ROI DAP, fades away after a few weeks or after a week or something, these guys still have a good, solid foundation of what they're building. Especially, if this token really takes hold and becomes kind of that next passive income channel, similar to like Drip or something like that. So yeah, guys, this is just an interesting dApp. I will leave a link to the MultiNetwork, and you guys can check this out. Like this video if you like it, subscribe if you want to subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.